guys, it's Sonia. Yes, I'm back. Haha, you were the one I was looking for, and I found you. If you've taken any time to hang out with your deck today, so yesterday we were here, closed on Monday, of course. That's why you didn't see me back yesterday. And I've been working on a special project. So I was like, should I go live today? Because we've been talking tarot, doing tea and tarot and hanging out. Tell me if you've been enjoying our chats, and also tell me if you missed our chats in the last day or two. But I've been working on a special project. It is a super secret special project. You will not pry it from me. Absolutely not. I am a wall. But I am working on something on the side, something here for our shop, something that me and Matt, as owners of the shop, feel very, very strong about, and just something that we're going to be stepping into, something brand new. So stay excited, but also stay tuned. So when it is ready to go and I'm ready to share it and blast it out into the world, um, if you're following our lives, you'll be able to hear about it first, and also get onto our email list. If you just go to cauldronandthorn.com, you can go ahead and sign up that way as well. So just know that something is at play. All right. Total fool energy. Love it. But it's not the fool as in, ha ha, you're just not smart. It's the fool as in new beginnings. And that's kind of where we are now. We're going to talk about, we're going to start with a card pool, a card of the day. Okay. So last week we covered all the background, the history, the major arcana, the minor arcana, the pip cards, the court cards, the differences between them, what to look for, the different suits, and the representations associated with them. If you've missed all that, then you got to go back and watch it. Just listen to it like a podcast. I break it down so that way you begin to, you basically have all the background information. So as you start to step into your deck, you're feeling really good. You're already knowing the big things, right? To look at. The rest of it, well, that's all fun. That's all fun. But before I, just to show you how I use my card deck, just a moment before I came on live, because I am working on something important. I was like, should I go live today? And I'm like, you know what? This week I wanted to get into the actual cards and talk about the symbolism, so that way you don't have to just like remember stuff, but rather when you know the major symbolism, and there is so much, so much. I hold a PhD in metaphysics, and I'm a tarot master. I've put a lot of time and effort into understanding this particular form of divination with tarot cards and tarot readings. And let me tell you, every day I learn something new, and I love that. When I last saw you guys, we did a pick of some of the cards up front, and there was one card and it came out and it said, "Be humble." That was the wise advice. And like, wow, that is so true. Because, when we approach something like reading tarot with just the spirit of a student, right? Not that we know it all. Oh, I know that. Or we have so much pride where we're like, oh, I don't want to do readings because, it might make me look bad, right? It's kind of like, when you think about the pride aspect, it's like some people don't want to paint because, you know what, they're painting. If they put it out on canvas, it might show where they need some work. And that could be kind of scary and very just telltelling, and very, what's the word? Just, it might make somebody feel like, oh, if I put that out there, that I'm going to be scared how I look. So I'm going to keep it to myself, and I'm not going to do that, right? Don't do that. Put yourself out there. It's like people who may not apply for a job because they're scared they're not going to get it, and how will that make them feel, right? So when we approach tarot and we're humble, just ground, come down, and really with reverence look at the deck like I am approaching it from the mind of a student. That is beautiful advice. And it will always keep you excited with working with your deck, because you do not know it all. I do not know it all. You do not know it all. Nobody knows it all. But when we start our day of like, okay, I would love to hear from you. What do you have to say from me? That's a beautiful place. Beautiful, beautiful advice. So like me, before I go live today, I have a million and one things that I can do. And I'm like, I pass by my tarot deck that I always leave exposed here on my table so I can talk back and forth with it on the daily. I went and I was getting a cup of tea, and I'm like, should I turn my camera on and should I start that card of the day? I'm like, all right, friend, wise friend, tell me what I need to know. Give me it. Tell me. I'm here, right? What do you want to say to me? And I got the Chariot, and that is, be bold, be courageous, go forward. I'm like, okay, I heard you. I will go forward. So tell me if you've been enjoying these chats. Let me know how you're doing today. Welcome to Pennsylvania, where it is raining. It is a very, very rainy day out there today. It's a cozy day. So we're going to talk about the Fool today. And this is the very first card in your deck, right? Do you have your deck in front of you? Take it out and look at it. When I first started studying the tarot, I just literally went card by card. This is part of getting to know your cards, where you take your deck out and you look at it and you're like, huh, I never really noticed that before. I never saw that before. But the Fool is beautiful. When I am doing a reading for somebody, for me, whatever, I'm just doing a reading and this comes out, it's like, wow, that's beautiful. Because who wants to do the same thing over and over again? All right. This is like introducing brand new energy. This is excitement. So when you look on your Fool card, you might know it now as being like, this is beginnings. This is the start. This is a fresh canvas, right? Literally, there's so much white on here. Look at the sun behind this figure, white sun. That means it's ready to whatever you want to make it. Fill it in with whatever color designs you want, right? In terms of just life and where you go. But you have a blank canvas literally shining behind you. Your heart is exposed. You're leaning forward. You're wearing whatever you want to wear, right? You're walking in your very own bliss. And if you actually look at the flowers on the tunic of this figure, not only is it so flamboyant and fun and just following your bliss, but there's actually little flowers onto it. And if you look at the very center of them, they're like little spokes, little flowers that represent people, like literally like our head and our arms and our legs. And it's just all about moving forward in the energy, fresh energy that you want, right? So you've got your little flower here, since we're talking about white, you're holding your flower. And just think about, that's a white blooming flower. Again, if you set a clear tablecloth on a table, be like, wow, it's so fresh, right? It is so just, it's ready to be whatever it wants to be. And you're walking forward with that. Now, you also have a little dog here. And this is going to be your spirit guide right here with you. So it's not just any little dog from the backyard. This is actually a spirit guide. So this is you being prompted. And, you know, the dog's not going to trip you up. It's not going to like bark and be like, don't fall down in that big hole. It's your guide. It's going to be like the equivalent to what we hear inside when it's like, hey, just be careful. So we always have to acknowledge the guides that are with us as we make the step forward, right? And also with this step forward, there's also going to be some challenges, right? Right before him, you can see that there's a step off right there. And so we got to listen to the guide before we move forward, but we're definitely being drawn to something. And we see all that yellow sky, the color magic of clarity, of optimism, of joy, of happiness, following your bliss. But we're also, we're also well aware that there's going to be some challenges, because if you notice, right off that cliff and right behind, there's also some mountains. So this is fresh new energy, but also it's the knowing that wherever you start, you're going to have to do some work, right? You're going to have to put the muscles into it. And there's also going to be some problems that you're going to have to solve. And there's some things that you're going to have to overcome. But you're going into the journey knowing that it's not all sandy beaches, right? You see the cliffs. And then we have the snow covered mountains in the background. There's also just a couple cards in the tarot that actually show you as part of your journey where you're actually on those mountains. And as we go forward, we'll talk about that more. But that's when you think about ice back there and snow. We might feel stuck. Ice feels very cold. It can numb us out, and we don't feel alive. We just feel like, yeah, we're just kind of just really stuck, right? Literally on ice, frozen. And so this is also telling us that, hey, you're going forward, but you know there's going to be challenges. So it's a very healthy outlook, right? Now, I do love that it has the 0 at the top for the 22 cards of the major arcana. And that little 0 at the top is on limitless possibility. Literally, it's a circle. Okay, it's the circle of life. We all know the circle of life. This is a beautiful card because it lets us know at any given point that we can have a fresh new start to the day. The sun comes up and it's a brand new day. And we can start a brand new cycle at any time. So we can go on our fool's journey of just a new season of our life at any given point that we want. And I think that's beautiful. What do you guys think? And then also the 0, unlimited possibilities. When you look at the top of the card, it also looks like an egg, right? It's literally the cosmic egg. So think about how before something cracks open, there's something inside of it, but once that egg cracks, it releases new life. It releases just yeah, just a whole new life, right? That was inside of it before. So it's an opening. It's a brand new opening. Now I see you're carrying here your little bag on your back there. And of course, that has all the tools. That's got the pentacles, that's got the wands, that's got the cups, that's got the swords, all the thing that we see in the second card of the magician as you take them out. So travel light. Everything that you need is already within you. You're literally carrying it on your back. You have a limitless possibility inside of you right now. Best time to plant a tree is today, meaning that you can start new growth and go into a new endeavor today, right? It's the cycle, it's the egg. Break it open and then lean into, just something fresh. So we have the growing, blossoming flower in your hand, which you're holding very gently. You know that with any new energy, with new growth, there's also going to be a few thorns. That's indicated by the mountains as well, but we hold it gently, right? Because we're aware that we're about to navigate some things that we're going to go into fresh new energy, but we also have to carry it we also have to be very, very well aware of the thorns, of the things that we'll have to kind of navigate on this journey. And that's okay because we're up. We're up for a new gig, right? We are ready to go. But if you look at the actual backpack that contains those tools, it also has an eagle painted onto it. And it is said that the eagles like fly so high, they fly so close to the sun, many traditions say, that they have such a greater perspective on life. And so this is you tapping into your abilities, who you are, your full heart chakra exposed. You are not holding back. You are being who you want to be and living in that full alignment of that download that you're getting with like, where's my compass here? Who am I inside? So we've got that. Now you could throw your backpack over your back and carry it like that or on you. But in this case, you've got a black rod here. And so this really signifies basically the beginnings. You know what that staff is? You're going to take that and you're going to chisel it into your magic wand. But this is us starting out with just the kind of the raw matter as we begin, right? This is our assistance. We have everything we need. And then as we move on, we can go ahead and we can take that staff and we can turn it into our magic wand. So we've got everything that we need right here. The other thing I want to point out to you is that take a look at his plume in his hat. This is always something that I really, really loved about this card when I found this out and did the research. And he's got a little plume, that little feather that's right on top of his head right there. And the plume right here is associated with the tail feather of the phoenix. And if you know anything about phoenix rising, the phoenix, the symbolism, it's all about rising from the ashes, right? And you've seen a phoenix with those beautiful, beautiful feathers. And here is one, the color magic of reds and orange. Well, red is blood. So think about vitality, right? That's the spark. It literally is the plume, the feather of a phoenix rising when we just get that feeling like, okay, this has been great, but I'm ready to go to my next chapter. I'm ready to step into my next fresh cycle. And I am doing it in the spirit. Right here, you see that of vitality, just the plume, the red feather from his head. Now, I want to show you because we talked about the difference between pages and knights and queens and kings and how every level, go back last week if you missed it, every level is basically a new level of learning, right? It's a new level of wisdom for us. So when you take a look at pictures like this in the tarot that we have already discussed last week, being just, oh my gosh, there's still so much stuff that I could tell you about this card, but I'm trying to deliver it in bite-sized pieces so that when you see the card and it comes out, you're going to be like, I know exactly what this person is feeling because that's them in the card and I can feel what they're feeling, right? But if you look at that plume right there and you check out the size of it, all right. And then later on in the deck, you come across the Knight of Wands. Well, look at his plume. How big is his plume? So knowing what we talked about before, this is basically somebody starting off right here, right? New adventures. But look at his plume. Wow, it's really grown in, right? So think about like a crown of wisdom. Just think about, literally all the things that we collect, the knowledge on our head and, that projection of that. So did you ever notice that before? I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm excited for you. If you are feeling like the Fool's energy right here, it's exciting to go on to a new chapter. Now I will tell you that this card is linked to Uranus, the planet. That's the planet that it's linked to. It is linked to our our Aquarian friends, our Aquarius friends as well. And if you have an Aquarian in your life, you will know that they always have a million ideas. They always literally, they are like, do not put me in a box. I want to explore all things. I will take it far. I want to be spontaneous. I just want to keep moving. I want to try new things. I want to experience life. They have such a freedom about them. And this is all about being an individual. So if you know an Aquarian friend, this might be also somebody that you want to think about when this card comes up, because it is the energy of like, wow, life is an adventure. Let's go check it out and see what's new. I'm not going to stay stuck. I want to adventure, but I'm also going to do it just very knowing well that with this adventure, there's also going to be some challenges and I'm going to have to navigate that, but that's okay because I just know something's got to give and I want to step into some new energy. So this is very much an Aquarius card. Tell me if you are Aquarius and if you are picking up what this card is laying down, right? So yeah, when you get the nudges, when you get the zings, when you just get that, divine hit that comes within you of a spur of an idea and you're ready to move on. So this is a beautiful card that comes up. It is called the Fool, but just know that unlimited possibilities. And wow, are we going to learn so much, right? It's just really listening to what's inside of you, that white sun at your back, that is your source coming into you, right? And you're just listening to source. And as a result, you're fueled and you are going forward. So yellow boots again, just more optimism. A lot of white is all about, again, just really, you're unattached, you're clear. Nothing's been spoiled. It's literally like when we talk about painting a blank canvas, of where you look at a blank canvas and it could be anything. It could be anything you want it to be before you put it on it. So this is your blank canvas coming up. Um, wow. And it says a lot about you. And I'm excited when I see this card come up, because who doesn't want to shake off stagnant energy or just old ways of thinking? You're just ready. You've really leveled up and you're ready to go forward. Just into a whole new chapter of life, right? To learn new things. Again, we talk about just with being humble, being grounded, and being the student of life. And just really feeling life, and all that it has to give, and not being afraid to move forward. So that's my little chat on the Fool today. Tell me if you like this, doing like a card of the day. I hope you will hold your card and I hope you will look back on some of the symbolism. There's still more in here yet, but I just kind of wanted to do a brief overview. So when you look at your card, maybe it's a few of those things that you'll remember, and then you can see that person in front of you or know that meaning. So when it comes out in a spread, you're like, okay, I know what it's saying. I know what it's saying. All right, friends. So with that, we chatted here for almost 20 minutes. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back again tomorrow with the next card. So that's going to be the Magician, right? We talked about that staff, black staff, working with raw materials. And here's where we basically take the materials, the tools that we have outside of that little backpack sack. And literally we take a wand and we begin to just manifest, right? So the unlimited possibilities is where you start fresh. And then tomorrow's the Magician, of where you really start to manifest all the things that you have inside of you, and you begin to take those initial steps. So I'm excited. Are you excited? Let me know your comments below. And so be sure to get on our email list if you want to know what we're working on. If you enjoy these chats, you will really enjoy as well what we are moving into. Can't tell you, top secret. But yeah, just go to cauldronandthorn.com and you can enter in your email and you will be the first to know. All right, I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm going to enjoy my tea, maybe a little snack, just kind of, do a little research. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow with more information.